Hello everyone, my name is Tricia with the City and County of Denver. In this video, I'll cover how to review your energy data in Energy Star Portfolio Manager to make sure it's accurate and has enough detail to get the right energy efficiency target. I encourage you to download the benchmarking checklist for accurate energy efficiency targets from the Energize Denver website as a summary of this video and to use as a reference prior to completing your annual benchmarking submission. Getting your energy efficiency target right is really important. Your building's energy efficiency target comes from your benchmarking reports. So if some of the data was incorrect or there wasn't enough detail in the report, your energy efficiency target is most likely wrong. The target is measured in energy use intensity, or EUI. EUI is the total energy used in the building, subtracting renewable power generation and dividing that number by the total gross floor area in square feet. We also have target adjustments for certain uses of the building, so adding details on those uses is important. Using this checklist now and correcting your information in Portfolio Manager will also ease completion of the data verification process. All buildings are required to complete the data verification process on their benchmarking report at least once by June 1st, 2026. This does require hiring a third-party service provider who will complete and sign a data verification checklist after reviewing your Energy Star Portfolio Manager account information in depth. Part of this process may include assisting with updating data that has been entered if discrepancies are found. Depending on how inaccurate the data was, this could be a longer process than expected. So correcting errors prior to the data verification process could cut down on those corrections being initiated or completed by a professional. So how can you improve your benchmarking report? Here's a high-level outline of what we're going to cover in this video in detail. We'll go over verifying gross floor area, checking the source of the energy that heats, ventilates, and provides light to parking areas, confirming building use types, verifying weekly operating hours, identifying special features or facilities, and verifying energy data. First, you'll need to verify square footage or gross floor area. Gross floor area is defined as the total building square footage to the outside surface of the exterior walls, not just rentable space. Gross floor area does include tenant areas and common areas, atriums, elevator shafts, stairwells, mechanical equipment areas, basements, storage rooms, laundry rooms, garage elevator vestibules, if conditioned, and more. Gross floor area does not include exterior spaces, decks, patios, crawl spaces, attics, and more. If you've never reviewed the blueprints, floor plans, or building permits for actual square footage, we recommend taking a look at that. Compare your square footage numbers to what we have on file, which can be found in the lookup tool at lookup.energizedenver.org. If the gross floor area you have in your records is different than what has been reported in your benchmarking report, please revise your gross floor area entry in Energy Star Portfolio Manager. If the square footage is a flat number, like 32,000 or 100,000 square feet, we recommend having the building remeasured because this number is likely inaccurate. If you have questions about what to include in your gross floor area, please reach out to the Energize Denver Help Desk so we can help you. Step 2. Where does the energy for your parking areas come from? Are your parking areas connected to the building energy meters? If your parking areas are submetered, energy used to heat, ventilate, and illuminate parking garages and parking lots could be excluded from your benchmarking report. If parking areas are not submetered, add parking as a distinct property use in Energy Star Portfolio Manager so we can adjust your target. You'll need to list whether it's open, partially enclosed, or fully enclosed structures or lots. If you have questions about how to benchmark parking areas, please reach out to the help desk. Step 3. Confirm the use type of your building. How is each area of the building classified in Portfolio Manager? Did you know that Portfolio Manager has more than 80 types of building uses? Has tenant turnover occurred? How is the building's total gross floor area divided into each different use type? Has the building or tenant spaces within the building been repurposed from one use type to another? Have there been additions or demolitions which have altered the square footage of each separate use type? Are there any other use types that may have been left out of the total gross floor area? Is there a restaurant on the lower level? Is there an underground heated parking garage? Does the building have a small area with a different use type that you've been meaning to check the square footage of? The more detailed and specific the list of use types is in Portfolio Manager, the more accurate your benchmarking report and target will be. For example, Benchmarking a building claiming their use type solely as a strip mall would give a 2032 target of 66.6. Adding in details and building characteristics like a breakdown of square footage of use type into 50% restaurant spaces, 10% bar and nightclub space, 10% fast food space, and 30% retail store space, the 2032 target would be adjusted to 149.9. This could be the difference between the building meeting or not meeting the final energy efficiency target. If there have been any changes to any of the use types that characterize your building, make updates in Portfolio Manager accordingly. If you have questions about choosing the right use type for the different parts of your building, please reach out to the help desk. Step 4. Verify weekly operating hours if your building or a part of your building is categorized as an office, retail, worship facility, non-refrigerated warehouse, refrigerated warehouse, supermarket, or grocery store. Based on an analysis of Denver's buildings, this chart shows the average operating hours for these types of buildings. In our analysis of other property types, operating hours did not have an effect on energy use. If your building or part of your building falls into one of these use types and exceeds these operating hours, you can receive an adjustment to help you more easily achieve your building performance targets. If you have questions about this, please reach out to the help desk. Number 5. Identify special features or facilities that exist. Does the building have a heated swimming pool, EV charging stations, a data center? Is this feature or facility metered separately? If these items are metered separately, you can exclude this energy use from Portfolio Manager. If they are not metered separately, they need to be added as a distinct property use in Portfolio Manager with all of these details. For a heated swimming pool, enter the pool size, whether recreational if 20 by 15 yards, short course if 25 by 20 yards, or Olympic if 50 by 25 meters. Identify if the pool is indoor or outdoor, and enter the number of months the pool is in use. For EV charging stations, enter the number of charging stations and enter the type of charging stations, whether level 1, level 2, or DC fast chargers. For data centers, identify whether or not the data center meets this definition listed on the slide and enter the square footage of the data center. If you have questions about identifying unique building characteristics, features, or facilities, please reach out to the help desk. Step 6. Verify energy data. Confirm that the energy use for the entire building is being captured in Portfolio Manager. If you're enrolled in Auto Upload with Excel Energy, this does not guarantee error-free reporting. You will still need to briefly review your energy data for accurate reporting, and if billing errors are found within the year of data you've reviewed, Auto Upload likely needs corrections to be manually entered for each meter. Excel Energy's Auto Upload is a great way to save time, but it does not guarantee error-free reporting. Just last week, we found energy data had been duplicated in Portfolio Manager, so their EUI was double the number it should have been. Use Excel Auto Upload and verify that all premise numbers are accounted for. Since Auto Upload is not a guarantee of error-free reporting, other information you'll need to ensure it is accurate is the premise number or numbers for your property. If you are taking over a Portfolio Manager account from a previous account holder, this is a great time to double-check with Excel Energy that all premise numbers have been included in the Auto Upload account that has been set up for your building. Using Excel's Auto Upload is ideal, but some utility providers are not able to offer this opportunity. Not able to enroll in an Auto Upload option with your utility provider, you'll want to take a little bit of extra care when entering the data manually, ensure that all data has been entered for all meters before submitting your report. Check and recheck the energy use data you have entered to ensure decimal places are where they should be. Check that the start and end date for each month do not overlap or leave any gaps. For example, February had 29 days in 2024, and the year ends on December 31st. Check and recheck that each meter is using the correct unit of measure in Portfolio Manager. There are many units of measure for electricity, and there are even more units of measure used on natural gas bills throughout the greater Denver area. Check and recheck that the units that appear on your bills are equivalent to the information entered in Portfolio Manager. Ensure on-site renewable energy is appropriately accounted for in Portfolio Manager. This requires a bit more information than purchasing electricity from your electric utility provider, but will be worthwhile in the end when you receive that 1.5 value credit per kilowatt hour. If you have questions about reviewing your energy data, we highly recommend reaching out to the help desk. While going through this checklist, if you have any updated data in Portfolio Manager compared to last year's benchmarking report, you'll need to go through the target adjustment process. The target adjustment will get you the correct energy efficiency target to strive for. Please don't hesitate to contact the help desk for any questions you have on the benchmarking checklist or a possible target adjustment. That's all I have for this topic, but check out my next video for how to add a property in Energy Star Portfolio Manager. Thank you for watching.